A warm welcome from Web3 Wonders. I'm Kelly Klein, your host. What does Web3 hold for 2026? There's been a lot of noise, and we're going to cut through that noise, so stay tuned. We're going to tell you what happened in the past and what's forecasted in the future and what we're excited about. There's three pivotal pieces, and I will share a personal story of why I love Web3. So, welcome. If you like this content and the subject, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel. So, I became enthralled with Web3 when I first heard the term. I had heard Bitcoin, I had heard crypto, I had heard blockchain. I had looked into it briefly. Nothing really clicked until I heard the word Web3. To my technology finance world, that made sense. I had built several large ERP systems for finance in my career. I knew the possibility of being on-prem. I had been asked about moving our data to the cloud. I had been in the role of finance director, consultant. Technology was usually always on my plate, whether I was in finance or not. I ended up leaving the finance world after 18 years. I spent 18 years as a municipal GASB accountant, basically. So I was a geeky accountant, balancing the books, and yes, I levied taxes. So I had that job duty too. I issued bonds for government, and the thing that Web3 caught me was I now understood where the actual data could live. It was like a whole house just opened up to me. So imagine not understanding what a cabin is, and you recognize a cabin is basically a tent, but a permanent structure. And Web3 to me was the perfect blockchain technology that allowed for liberty and sovereignty and safety of data. Why? Because Web 2 was centralized. Web 3 was decentralized. It was like having multiple backups, if you will, and having a whole team behind you. In IT, we're always dealing with scrums and teamwork, and blockchain just clicked for me. It just made sense of bringing blocks together. And for me, Web3 is that magical place in technology. And many people in the world love where I'm at today, which is probably one of the best places in all of Wisconsin. And Wisconsin has some great places, but Green Bay holds a special love in my heart, except for that loud noise behind me. And yes, I'm right across from Lambeau Field. But what does 2026 hold for us? Well, there's three pieces that are really pivotal. And I'll just give you the cliff notes, but stay with me because it's kind of fun to hear the story. So there's three pieces. Everyone's been talking about them. I think Wendy O always says the trifecta. It's pretty similar to her trifecta, actually. So the real world assets, the artificial intelligent agents doing smart contracts and actually moving data besides just moving money and messaging. And then thirdly, having interchange operability, which I consider to be really pivotal. So Chainlink is the one crypto that I personally made money on, not financial advice, but they actually have a utility of crossing those ecosystems. So what are we going to see in 2026? We are going to see actual utility. For you see, we've been building and building for years the infrastructure for blockchain and Web3. And now we finally have the infrastructure built, but we also have AI agents. So it's a really exciting time. So if you're a builder, what should you be looking for? You should be looking for real world value. You want that behind the scenes. You want the grandmother like me or the child to be able to utilize Web3 and not know it's even there. You want it completely seamless. That user interface is really critical. You also want to be able to have a sustainable economics for your ecosystem. So your stable coin environment and that whole project, it has to have the metrics and the dollars and the business plan behind it to be sustainable. Jeff Bezos always said that when he left Amazon, he felt the leadership at Amazon, their number one job was the sustainability. The life cycle of any company is always death. It just, that's the creature of business. But how long can you string that out and be profitable and sustainable? That's really the pivotal piece. So 2026 has some exciting pieces ahead of us. We are going to see real world utilization. We're going to see remarkable growth. And yes, we've been through bear markets. We've been through the hyper of, profits and looking for prices. But now we're going to see real world utility. And thus, you're going to see Crypto Stars USA. I have full confidence that clarity is going to pass. We're going to lead for the US and for the world in clarity in this cryptocurrency. And if you want more information like this, I encourage you to join us on web3wonders.us. It's www.web3wonders.us. Sign up for our newsletter. It's completely free, and we'll be launching it probably in about 6 months. We do have roughly about 50 to 100 articles out there. And of course, we have our quizzes. And I'll give you an inside tip. We are launching a series of children's books so that we can have governance and intelligent children running our governance for Web3. And it's called Wally's Tales and Adventures in Emotional Intelligence. So I'm Kelly Klein. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day.